On this edition of Penn State Access Granted, Nittany Lion Wrestlers Bubba Jenkins and Cameron Wade go one-on-one.
You were a bigger baby than me.
I would ate you. I would definitely ate you.
We'll find out how track athletes train during the winter. And what is it like for winter athletes who return to campus when it's empty?
The stores all close at like 3 o'clock, so like if you don't get your shopping in, like you're in trouble.
Winter athletes do not get much of a break. Some programs across the country do not give a holiday break. Here at Penn State, the student athletes get that break, but they return before the rest of the student body.
We get about 10 days off. Most students get like 3 weeks off, which is kind of not the best for us, but we make the best of it.
Then there are some athletes that find it logistically impossible to leave, so they end up staying.
Well, obviously they all miss me, and I get to hear my mom complaining a little bit extra around these times. It's not necessarily just the holidays. It's more like as time goes by, it just gets, I guess, harder and harder for them as well as for me. Just the whole once a year kind of thing. It's a little hard.
So what is there to do in a town when it's relatively empty?
We come back here and we do a lot of practicing. State College is kind of empty, so it's fun to like walk around, and we spend a lot of time hanging out with the team. And we also get to celebrate New Year's here, so we do a big like team gathering for New Year's.
We get to spend time with the team, and we do a couple team bonding nights, get some time to go sledding with the friends.
I like it. You almost have like free reign of the town. You don't have to wait in line at any of the restaurants. And it gives you a break from like the craziness with all the students here.
When the town is relatively empty, it brings with it some challenges.
The stores all close at like 3 o'clock, so like if you don't get your shopping in, like you're in trouble.
There are also some pluses.
I definitely like being here before everyone else because we get settled and we just get a lot of time to ourselves and without doing homework, so that's nice. So we just get to focus on gym and get ready for the season and get each other pumped.
With classes shut down, the athletes can concentrate completely on their sport, and it does make a difference.
You really get to focus on training then, which is a really good thing. We're doing 2-day practices and stuff because we don't have classes, and it really gets you a chance to focus in on what our task is, with winning meets.
Get rest between practice. You get your body rested. You have more time. I'm going to have more time to take care of it in the training room, doing rehab.
During the holidays, as the work continues, what are some of the goals?
It really helps because our intensity for training is a lot more intense, obviously, and just to prepare for that first day in January.
Coming up on Penn State Access Granted, the making of the Blue Band. Penn State Wrestling goes one-on-one as David, Bubba Jenkins, squares off with Goliath, heavyweight Cameron Wade.
If they played entrance music for you, what would it be?
Well, my song that I have now is Lloyd Banks' Warrior Part 2. It's a pretty cool song. I just like the entrance to it.
You give me.
Gets me excited.
What is the entrance to it? Do you know it?
Something like that.
I would like to give some holiday shout outs to my grandparents who live in North Carolina and I don't get to see them over the holidays.
All my family back home, my mom, dad, and my sister, and my grandma.
I just want to say Merry Christmas to my mom and dad, all my friends and family back home, and my boyfriend.
I'd like to wish Merry Christmas to my parents back home, my sisters in the Caribbean, and my brothers in Alaska. So, hi guys.
I would like to give a shout out to my family, my friends, and my girlfriend. Happy holidays.
We're going to show them what Big Ten basketball is all about. Do it from the jump.
Keeps it alive, hands it to Grant. Grant goes around a couple players. Now penetrates down the lane. She lays it up.
Now they leave her alone. She says, I'll take the three, and knocks it down. O'Rourke to Quinn, right wing, wide open three, on the way, good. Megan Quinn.
The Emmy Award-winning Courtside with Coquise returns to WPSU.
All right, where did you get the nickname Bubba?
I was an 11-pound baby, and I was just fat. Like, I just rolled around, and I couldn't walk until I was like 3. So That's what they gave me Bubba. And my mom saw this cartoon. It was Tweety cartoon, and the fat cat was on the ladder trying to get the Tweety, and the little cat was like swaying the ladder, and the fat cat just kept saying Bubba, Bubba. So she thought it was cool. So that's where my name came.
So you were a bigger baby than me.
I would have ate you. I would have definitely ate you. Who is the pound for pound strongest man on the team?
Pound for pound strongest man. That's a real hard question. Not obviously Frankie Molinaro. The dude is a tank.
Yeah.
Obviously a tank. He weighs 141 pounds, could probably bench press a house.
YouTube that. Frankie Molinaro, he's a man.
Who is the best athlete on the team? They could play any sport.
Well, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'd go ahead and say me, because I can play football, basketball, wrestling. I'm the worst at soccer. I can't play soccer for nothing. We went to Romania, and these little 12-year-old kids were just schooling me in some soccer. Now I'm not going to contest to that, so...
I'll let you answer it yourself. That's all right.
It was me.
I agree with
Correct
you.
answer is me.
I agree with you.
What is your least favorite workout or drill?
My least favorite workout or drill is the one where we had to come strapped up and get ready to strap it on. They say everything, the worst one's when they say, oh, it's going to have to be a short, intense practice, lasts about 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
those are kind of rough.
I agree with that.
Which coach would be the toughest to pin?
I'm going to go ahead and say On Spot, because he's 260 pounds of muscle. Even though Perry's looking at me right now, and I think that would be difficult, but I'm going to go say On Spot because I'm a small guy.
What would your music be?
Something by Lil Wayne, because everything he says or does in his songs, except for like 5 minutes of intro of talking, but other than that, Lil Wayne, he definitely gets the guys hyped up, and that's what I come out to.
You should just come out to your own rapping.
I should, but I don't think that I can get that on a CD anytime soon. So, what are your goals for this year?
My goals for this year are ultimately to become a national champion. I think that's everybody's goal. Why wrestle if you're not going to try to win? Plain as that. We train hard enough. We should all have the opportunity to win a national championship.
Well, I agree with that.
What are your goals for this year?
Beat the guy in front of me. Like literally beat him bad. I'm trying to beat everybody by at least 5 points this year. And I think with the coaches we have and this facility and things like this, I think I can do that. So I'm trying to beat everybody. Sure. And stand on top of the podium, because taking second last year was not fun at all. I did not have fun at the banquet. What is the best part about wrestling for Penn State?
I mean, there isn't anything bad about it. It's Penn State. Look at the coaches that we got. I mean, look at this room.
Yeah, I hear that.
#1 room ever. Better than the Olympic Training Center. Can't beat it.
I believe that.
The air's better down here. You ain't got to go up in a high altitude. It's perfect, man.
It's perfect.
Everything.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of in your time at Penn State?
Oh man, that's a tough one. What am I most proud of? I'm most proud of having the team take third. We weren't expected to take that high. With a lot of the guys giving their hearts and giving it every day in here. I think taking third at the national tournament was pretty big for our team, and I'm most proud of that because coaches worked hard and wrestlers worked hard. Like we did a lot of work to get where we are, and I think we're gonna do a lot better this year. So I'm most proud of that.
That's awesome.
What should people expect from you this year?
People should expect me to win. I mean, that's what I expect for myself. I mean, they can doubt me, they can do whatever, but I expect to win, so that's all there is to it.
Hi, I'm Nicole Archidiakono with Nittany Lion Basketball. We're here in sunny Malibu, which wasn't sunny most of the time, but I'll give you an inside look at that with our trip to Malibu.
Well, it is 20:04 a.m. We're heading to the airport to go to California. Get that camera out my face! Okay, I'm scared of much, so I'm gonna turn it off. Just kidding. You're lucky I like it. It's 8 o'clock-ish. 8 o'clock in the morning. Got 6 more hours. 6 hours on this plane. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep real good. Welcome to LA. Welcome to the famous In-N-Out Burger. What's up there? What'd you get? I got a strawberry milkshake. I got chocolate. I'm so excited. Sorry, Brad. Universal Studios. It's so nice out today.
This is a candy store. Oh my goodness, Chop. Look at how big this is. Since we can't go real skydiving, we have to watch other people do it.
This is Cali weather now. Yeah, man.
Now this is what California is supposed to look like.
I want to practice outside.
As do I.
It wasn't all beach and sun. The Lady Lions had to prepare and compete.
Grant driving baseline.
They lost a heartbreaker to Texas A&M in the final minute and responded to beat Penn State
Blocked by Wolf out of bounds.
76-61.
Good, Megan Quinn.
They knew we were Lady Lion basketball, and we got upgraded to business class. Look at Brie. Look at what she's got her feet out, shoes off. Look at all that leg room she's got.
Kick it on.
Coming up on Penn State Access Granted, we go from California dreaming to the Big Apple with the Lady Lion basketball team. And we'll find out the commitment it takes to be a track athlete.
I'm Tim Haas. I'm on the Penn State wrestling team, the most veteran member of the Penn State wrestling team. Just wishing a happy holidays to my mom, dad, my family.
I just want to wish happy holidays to my friends, my family back home, and all the Penn State wrestling fans.
Wish Merry Christmas to my mom, my dad, my brother, and all my Bald Eagle fans over there.
There is indoor track in the winter, outdoor track in the spring. But there is a reality that goes with the training.
Track, unfortunately, is year-round, especially if you run summer track or if you make a team during the summer. So track is actually year-round. Is no break.
During the off-season, the work is focused more on quantity. Try to get a lot of work in to get to us the top physical condition that we can be in. And during season, it's more about quality, to improve on our technique and to get us to be able to execute all the things that we've learned and execute the proper techniques that we were taught during the off-season.
Gail Hunter is outstanding at the heptathlon.
On Mondays and Fridays, I do all my jumping events and my throwing events. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I do a lot of running events and hurdles.
What does she consider her toughest event to be?
For me, because I'm just not that big, would be the shot put. I just, technique-wise, haven't picked it up as well as I should have, but it's starting to come around, so.
Clarence Smith is a distance jumper.
A lot of our training in jumping is to become explosive. It's more so to have quick twitch in your muscles, you know what I mean? So we do a lot of shorter work. We take adequate rest in our intervals, and it's more so just to get your muscles strong and able to react fast.
Ryan Fritz excels in the high jump.
Daily routine starts off with a warm-up that lasts about a half hour. Then we usually do a workout and high jump, which includes just jumping over bars simply like that. And then after that, it's just plyos and lift.
Blake Eaton works hard every day in the throwing events.
We do a lot of explosive plyos and med ball, weighted med ball ab workouts, and we do a lot of weightlifting basically because you have to be strong to throw. When we come into season, we kind of back off the weights to set up a peak phase that we can have later in the season, but it normally goes to a lot more speed and technique wise.
There is an outdoor season and there's an indoor season. What are the challenges of each?
It's easier for me because I'm tall to run outside because I don't like curves.
We have a runway and a pit. The only changing variable between indoor and outdoor is the wind, and that's nothing that you train for, so it's not too much differently in the mindset or anything that I have to take towards the season.
The Horace Ashenfelter Indoor Track and Multi-Sport Complex is an incredible advantage.
We're in a good position with this track facility. You don't have many tracks that can be banked or that look as nice as ours, so it definitely comes in handy when it's 20 degrees outside.
I like to be warm, so it has everything to do with it. It allows me to be able to focus on my actual technique and actually performing in practice instead of thinking about or being distracted by how cold I am or trying to rush through it to get done.
Earlier, we saw the Lady Lions on the West Coast in Malibu. Now a complete change of scenery in the Big Apple. like getting to play in Madison Square Garden for the Maggie Dixon Classic?
Brianna work, three-pointer from the top of the circle.
I'm very excited. I've never played in the Garden. Only public high schools get to play here for city championship. So I always played at some college like St. John's or something, but I'm very excited.
Coming up on Penn State Access Granted, the making of the Blue Band documentary. The Nittany Lion football team is headed to the Rose Bowl as the Big Ten champions to face Pac-10 champ USC. Joe Paterno is about to coach in his 35th bowl game, and it's his second trip to Pasadena.
Obviously, my job is to make sure we're going out there to play a good football game, but I hope they have a good time, and I hope that all the things they anticipate about the place they'll enjoy, and they'll have a great experience, something they'll remember all their lives. And we'll practice maybe 8-9 days out there, and try not to overdo it, get bored and all that kind of stuff, and feel really good when we go into the Rose Bowl.
The players were excited about the trip, including Fort Wayne, Indiana's Josh Gaines, who grew up dreaming about the Rose Bowl.
Watching the Rose Bowl growing up, I always thought it was a big bowl game. In my eyes, it was always a national championship. Something I always look forward to doing. Always place myself, being like Woodson, putting that rose in my mouth. I always dreamed about doing that. It's gonna be a fun game. I'd never been to Cali before, so I'm looking forward to it.
Jay Paterno, once he figured out that we were going to play against USC, he had already broken down about 4 or 5 tapes of them. So it's not a doubt in my mind we're going to be, ready for those guys. Great team, great organization, and we're looking forward to playing them.
One of my best friends, Lydell's from the West Coast, and he keep on saying, "Come on, dog! I can't wait for you to come home." But everything that he's saying to me right now, it's running through my head.
Penn State is getting ready to play in the 95th edition of the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day. Most of us are familiar with the grueling practice schedule for the Nittany Lion football team as they prepare each week. The same can be said about another group who will take the field, Penn State's Blue Band. Here is a clip from a documentary produced by Penn State Public Broadcasting entitled Making the Blue Band.
And then the football team would come back in after warm-ups, and then we just jammed ourselves in that little tiny space.
I'm thinking, oh my gosh, there's a lot of people there. They're howling and they're yelling and the fans are going crazy, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, let's just not make a complete fool of myself out there.
One of my favorite memories was when a drum line stepped off the end line into Beaver Stadium. It was as if you were controlling the volume control on a stereo. You get to turn that volume up just a little bit, not too much yet, but just to set the stage for what's coming.
When the drums come out on the field, even sitting here now just talking about it, chills, because it's the same feeling that I had every time.
Being at the front of the line, it was kind of like being in the front seat of a roller coaster, You're going up the hill, you hear the drums going out, chick, 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 chick. And then all of a sudden you start down the other side.
And then when we came out of the tunnel, I don't think my feet touched the ground. I was so excited, but then I was also nervous. So it was a combination of, am I going to be able to play? I know I can march, but I wasn't sure I could do both at the same time my first time out. It was really the most unique experience I've probably ever had.
Within less than a minute, you're exploded onto the field in front of 110,000 people and kicking off a fanfare that is just going to bring people to their feet.
Oh my God.
It's overwhelming at first, but then it's like coming home.
And the 7-time national champion Penn State represents the country.
As I was buried in that block, I already know how many steps I'm going to take. I know where I'm going to plant to do that flip. There's no turning back.
more information on this wonderful documentary, visit www.wpsu.org/Making the Blue Band.
My name is Gail Hunter. I'm a fifth-year senior, and I do the heptathlon, long jump, triple jump, hurdles, and 4x4. Favorite event in the hep is the long jump. Music I listen to, R&B, hip-hop. Favorite artist would have to be Usher. And my song right now would probably have to be from T.I., Swagger Like Us.
Hi, my name is Alicia Barber. I'm a senior here at Penn State. I run the 60 hurdles and the 100 hurdles and the 400 hurdles. My favorite event is the 100 hurdles, which I ran in Beijing this year. My favorite book is Love. My favorite movie is Romeo and Michelle High School Reunion. My major is supply chain, and my favorite class was Social 13, where I learned about juvenile delinquents.
Coming up next time on Penn State Access Granted, we will go one-on-one with gymnastics. We will take a look back at the women's volleyball season, and we will find out what it takes to be a wrestler. The next edition of Penn State Access Granted on WPSU TV airs Sunday, January 18th at 3:30.
We're going to show them what Big Ten basketball is all about. Do it from the jump.
Keeps it alive, hands it to Grant. Grant goes around a couple players. Now penetrates down the lane. She lays it up.
Now they leave her alone. She says, I'll take the three and knocks it down. O'Rourke to Quinn, right wing, wide open three on the way. Good. Megan Quinn.
The Emmy Award-winning Courtside with Coquise returns to WPSU.
Merry Christmas, Mom, Dad, and Emma, and my little cousin Sarah. I hope you have an awesome holiday.
My mom, Teresa, stepdad, Carmelo, happy holidays.
Just want to say happy holidays and hi to my family. Hi.
Merry Christmas.